Hey, hey. Early in the morning, and I was looking just at I have, these piles of notes all over the place. Um, and the one that caught my attention this morning was an index card with a bunch of definitions of different minor arcana, the daily life cards. And almost everything on this card is a sword card, air energy, which we just moved into it. Evidently, that's the direction of yesterday. Gemini is represented by lovers. Air energy in general is to do with communication, perception, clarity, mental acuity, the ability to see. So those things might come into play. And specifically, Lover's card, the card of the twins, is, I think, when the internal and external relationship comes into some kind of either a syncopation that kind of works, or the steady, when you put two heart cells in different petri dishes, they'll regulate their beats to the same rhythm. And it's something like that. So if a lot of sword stuff comes up, and what these are definitions that I heard elsewhere or conceived of myself that are different than the normal way of interpreting the cards. Just takes a hangman's sort of slightly different perspective. So we'll see how that fits. Gemini season, general read. You might be any character that shows up in the spread. Roles can be reversed. Roles can flip back and forth. We just need to sort of figure it out as we go. On the fly. So much of life is really on the fly. Like, you can prepare and have your agenda and all of that, and then you get in the actual real thing. And how aligned is that? Oh dear, sword energy, boom, right there. Seven of Swords. A tricky card. The usual interpretation is the liar, the sneak, deception, not being clear, not being what you appear to be, not being true. All of these not. Well, actually, the definition I have for Six of Swords is the same. It's deception. It's a small devil energy. But here's another one. I mean, that's sort of the traditional one, right? This says Seven of Swords is a start out of denial, because it's a card of self-deception as much as anything else. So you're starting, as this card depicts, to extricate yourself. It's very dark, so I don't know if you can see it, but it's sort of like from the darkness into the light. Revealing yourself, accepting yourself, being aligned with who you really are. A start out of denial. I think that's great. And look at her. She's walking out of a trap of the swords, of the circle of the swords. So her sneak energy is exiting that self-deception. Seven of Swords, it also says you doubt your gifts. And the third here is the beginning of enlightenment. And I love that. I mean, swords are about enlightenment. They're about perception, being able to see it clearly, or think about it clearly, or come to a clear knowledge of what's true. So that these are very positive spins on a card that's generally considered to be a negative energy. The beginning of enlightenment. In Gemini season. Because that was the only intention, was to sort of look at, because it's such an evocative card, it's lovers is always like, yay! Can also, lovers can just indicate choice. And the choice might be to discover a new truth. Seven of Swords. A start out of denial. Hanged One, it's called in this deck. Hangman, hang woman, hang person. The energy of being in a kind of suspension. And it's a chrysalis state. It's not like there's nothing happening in Hangman. There's a lot happening. But what's happening is this person, this energy is one of receiving messages when you're in the stillness. It's growing something from the inside out, from the outside in, getting a new perspective on something. That dovetails nicely with Seven of Swords, the beginning of enlightenment, the start out of denial. Coming to a new understanding, perhaps even an epiphany. Seeing it from the other guy's perspective. Six of Pentacles. It's an equality of fulfilling each other's needs, reciprocity. And it's Pentacles energy. It's about nourishment. It depicts a mother nursing a child, getting what you need in terms of your daily life. Being fed. And there are twin children here, both suckling. It's like both babies are getting the nourishment at the same time. Pentacles also speak to time. And, you know, speak to what we need to maintain the life force. Okay, so tell us about this beginning enlightenment, this Seven of Swords. A start out of denial. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. Appearing a lot lately. The fresh start, the fresh direction, the beginning of the pilgrimage. El Camino. Wander. Sort of a Fool energy, in the same fire energy as Fool, starting on the journey. Having made a decision, in Pentacles energy again. It's the Two of Pentacles, implying balance. You know, both things being important in this looped energy. Both things being important, valuable, worthy of nourishment. something you want to grow. Something you want to grow. So it's coming into a balance of a stability here and now, Pentacles energy, 7 of Wands. 2 7s are 14, Major Arcana Temperance, again a card of balance, of a healing blend of two things. But this card in itself is like being pushed to the edge. It's a little bit like we just talked about the Fool. This being kind of reminiscent of the Fool, in fire energy, the new beginning, the leap, the willingness to begin the journey. But this shows like the dog nipping at Fool's heels in the Rider-Waite imagery. Somebody's being pushed to take the leap. We're pushed to take the journey. This character, a leopard, I guess, is being kind of shoved to the edge. You know, this is not being really inspired to do it yourself. It's being put in a position where it's like a kind of now or never. And this suggests the leap. And there's that sense of, remember I said in Hangman the chrysalis, you know, something's going on in the inside, so that when you move forward with this new understanding. And it's Cups energy, Hangman, Piscean energy. This is fire energy, but this is, you know, what epiphany, what understanding you've gotten from this enables you to move forward. And it could be against some opposition, another meaning of 7 of Wands. But I think it's more likely you're inspired to move forward. You've made a choice. So you're sort of moving past your own resistance, maybe. That you were pushed to the edge and somehow dug in. 8 of Cups. A card of on the move. Leaving something and going towards something else. Making a choice to come into balance, to enter into a Pentacles relationship. Because 2s speak to the relationship between two things. It can be two people. It's a choice where you're going to invest, how you're going to show up. And then here's that image again of, because 8 of Cups is like walking the path. Leaving something behind to get to being drawn by your feelings. Having done this deep dive, gotten the epiphany and the push, and somehow this is like that last push. And off you go. Walking the path. We've gotten those two in combination a lot. A lot. 6, 7, 8 on the path. Vertically here we have the 6 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Cups. How do we do this for you? I mean, but sometimes it helps to see them in order. And that's not in order. Six of Pentacles, the equal exchange where both things are nourished. Both people, both twins. You want to look at it that way, Gemini being referenced there. The last push. Something in your environment is kind of requiring the leap. And here it's not so much a leap as a forward movement being drawn by your feelings to go somewhere else. There's a new destination. Based on this one major arcana, Hangman, which is, again, a card of feelings. So, what are we, this beginning journey of enlightenment that somebody's choosing to take? Could be any sign. This is a weird shuffle. Okay. Eight of Cups. Next card out, Ace of Swords. Out of Seven of Swords, out of denial. Ace of Swords, the new beginning in sword energy. The beginning of enlightenment. I mean, this is perfect. Swords speak to enlightenment, understanding, clarity. The opportunity for the new beginning. And I think that's what you're going for. That's sort of the destination of this migratory. Geese usually, they know when to go and where to go. They have this sort of magnetic pull in their brain. Sword energy. They're drawn, Wands energy, Page of Wands, in the direction that they need to go. So it's a journey toward enlightenment. And we have that exact, this is the sentence here, the journey toward enlightenment. I love it. I mean, it doesn't, the syntax isn't always as obvious as it is in this one. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. So we have the Six and the Seven of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles started off the read, the twins getting nourishment. Seven of Pentacles is like the continued growth. The need to continue putting in effort if you want the thing to grow. And I think there's a choice, to invest in this thing and make it grow. We have 3 sevens on the board, a card. They're considered divine number. That's considered one of the divine numbers. Like a change that, the beginning of enlightenment. What leads you forward, where the divine is guiding you. Your higher power to your highest good. It's the path to that. And we have 3 sevens on the board. So lots of forward movement encouraged by, and this is almost like the herding dog that drives you where you need to be, the good shepherd. Three sevens is 21. That's world in major arcana, the big portal. into the new place. The big portal into the new place. And it's a new feeling place. Hangman. Okay. All right. On to the next. I'm sorry. I think we're done with you, deck, for now. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're just going to start clarifying. Probably in order, but maybe we'll jump around. I don't know. Page of Wands. It's like a guide, a trail guide, the trailblazer. And blaze and fire energy go together nicely. The trailblazer. Blazing a new trail. Perhaps despite some opposition or in response to this prodding. I'm not really sure which. So let's clarify the Seven of Swords. The beginning of enlightenment. Please, Spirit. Sword energy again, Gemini and Virgo actually, but Gemini is the sword part of this, and this is the major manifester. So if there's a beginning of enlightenment and a way forward, you've manifested this in your life. This movement toward enlightenment and out of denial. The enlightenment that comes from your connection with the big light, let's put it that way, and how that then expresses in the world. You channel it. Magician is the channel between the above and the below. The above, that sword energy, the below, that Virgo energy. So Gemini is here on the board and clarifying Seven of Swords. Having everything you need to begin this start out of denial. Tell us about the Hangman. Now the second, we have two major arcana on the board. Ace of Wands, again, fire energy, the new passionate beginning and direction. That's what Hangman, that's the understanding that's been achieved through this chrysalis state of like letting the feelings both grow, mature, and be then discovered. There's an opportunity for the new direction based on this understanding, new perspective on what you feel. And it kind of yields, this is the new thing, the new perspective. And this would be a new direction, an innovative direction, a creative direction, intuitive. Clarify, please, Six of Pentacles, the feeding of both. The feeding of both. In traditional Rider-Waite, it shows the guy dispensing pentacles to two people in need. It's the same idea with a slightly different flavor. Whoa. King of Cups. And that happened to be one of the other. I wrote down 2 Cups cards and all the rest were swords. So it's interesting this one came out. And what it said here was, in the reverse, it's spilling it emotionally. Upright of that, I'm not sure is what. reserving the emotions, maybe. Don't know what that means in combination with Six of Pentacles. Well, it's the equal give and take of feelings, of love, of an active form of love, which might involve maybe not a spilling of feelings, but the nourishment that comes from that water energy. The nourishment, Six of Pentacles. Somebody who's, oh boy, somebody who's ready for the give and take, Star. Aquarian energy. A great expression of sword energy. Clarity, overview, over-eye. You know, in the sense of higher power that's within you, that knows where to go, where you're guided to go. Somebody's listening to their guides. Here's the guide, the trailblazer. Somebody's listening to their guides, and it's a choice. What do I bring through, Magician? Something balanced, something tangible, something stable. The guides are saying, you know where to go. Tap into that Aquarian energy of what's good for you, what's good for it can mean to past life connection. What's good for, you know, kind of everybody from that higher perspective. And there's the water being put back into the body of water, whilst the other cup is pouring out on the land. You know, there's an element of two here, and it's on Two of Pentacles. Nourishing both that feeling energy, Hangman, and that earth energy, Magician, and all the pentacles on the board. It's healing both the higher thing and the lower, I don't mean like less important, but the earthy thing. Healing and balancing the above and the below, earth and air, and feelings. Whoa, Nelly. Oh, we got a lot. We're going to take them. Pardon me while I do the dive for these cards. Oh boy, does that make me dizzy? Yes, it does. But worthwhile. Ace of Cups. Where are we being guided by this trailblazer, Page of Swords? The direction toward love, toward feelings, toward peace. There's a dove in this cup. It's the opportunity to go in the direction of what you feel is dear to you. And it's also self-love, which you can't really give it if you don't have it. You know, you can't really give it if you don't have it. But this is a giving king. This is the feeling man, the active principle of doing it, taking that risk. Queen of Wands. You know, the mystic, the seer, the one who kind of senses everything around her and her, him, they, particularly what's coming. What's coming? Page of Wands. So, you know, she's the epitome of fire energy, intuitive, creative, honest. You know, Queen of Wands doesn't dissemble. And she's holding the wand that appeared up above, that single wand, the ace. It's in her, it's her power. You know, she knows her own power. Another Wands energy, fire energy, the Emperor. And it might be the Queen of Wands taking control. I think this is, because this is the active principle. Queen of Wands in the feminine energy would be not the action taker, you know, the receiver. It's like she can tap into her own intuitive energy. Whereas Emperor is sort of the outward, I'll do it in the world. This is I'll intuit, I'll feel, I'll read the energies and do it on the basis of what my intuition, my personal guide, my Page of Wands dictates or suggests. So Emperor goes on 7 of coins. Somebody is taking control of what they're growing, taking control of growth, committing themselves. This is my purpose. It's like, you know, 7 of Wands can be taking a stand, this guy getting pushed off the edge. This is also kind of taking a stand, but just in the way of supremely knowing what you want, knowing how to get it. And if he's wanting to grow, he, she, they, grow something, invest in something, this individual will do it. It's an active principle. Do it for real. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, and we have next the Ace of Swords, the new beginning, the the enlightenment, beginning of enlightenment, and that's exactly what Ace of Swords. You know, it's a beginning card. It's Ace, and it's about sword energy, enlightenment, enlightenment. The Sun. What's revealed? And this is a card of happiness. It's a card of Leo. And in that sense, you know, again, a card of no dissembling. And the same energy as the Emperor, fire energy, shining brightly, in the open, lighting up the world. So there's this idea of light and shine and, you know, fire energy. It's Ace of Wands is like the kindling. And this is like the fire, the the brightness, the warmth, the thing that illuminates. Ace of Swords, the thing that illuminates. And I think what it illuminates, Page of Wands, this individual, this energy of going forward, lighting the path. Eight of Cups is the emotional path, the path of feelings, discovery. Okay, we got 2. I think we got 3. Is that right? Yep. First out, Judgment. That call to new life. Somebody's heard it and is rising up, kind of from the dead. Not really dead, evidently. And it does, again, it sort of speaks to past life. Whether it's, the big crossing or the new life within this life, because we have a lot of that too. It's something the universe endorses. This on the path energy. Ace of Pentacles. So we have Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. All the aces, all the new beginnings in every energy. And Magician, the manifester, is bringing in something that wasn't there before. It's this opportunity to walk through the door. We referenced a world, the big portal. And this is the sort of the portal in Pentacle energy, here, now. The opportunity to step through into something new. What you've manifested. You've brought into this realm, accessible to you in the world, this opportunity. So 8 of Cups, you're on the move. Judgment, you're awake now. Ace of Pentacles, off you go. Oh man. 4 of Pentacles. This is holding back. So off you go. Universe endorses. Here's the door in front of you, and there's fear. Is it real? Will I be able to hang on to it once I've got it? What do I have to give up to get there? 8 of Cups, giving something up. That implies giving something up to go to a higher love, to go towards your destiny, star, guided star, the guiding light. Page of Wands, the guiding light. And this is sort of a card of what will I lose if I go through this doorway into the new beginning? Maybe everything that I had? What price? Pentacles energy. What valuable thing am I being asked to give up? And I don't want to? Really not sure. So we got to dig in, and we got so many cards of new beginning, and then this card of sort of fear. And it may be, since this is the major arcana, there's been a state of resistance and fear that you're moving forward from to the new beginning, the new life. Again, it's sort of like the nudge. That Seven of Wands being inspired to go. This is sort of like being shoved, Seven of Wands. But this is, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, judgment. Wake up. It's time to reach for that new thing, that new pentacle. Sorry, they're flying off. Because this is what lies ahead. What do you need to let go of? It's almost like anything, everything that impedes your ability to move forward on this path. Because it's a path of enlightenment, of Ace of Swords, of all these aces, of all these opportunities in every energy, equipped to work every energy, everything you need to manifest this. So if you're insecure, there's this card of basically wake up. Reclaim your life. The card we ended up with yesterday, Four of Wands. Another card of like sort of destination. The place of reunion. The trail is being blazed to lead to this, another portal. Two people. They're depicted on the card as having already gone through the portal and celebrating. Here comes Rue. Again, in fire energy, so much fire in this. Fire and feelings. And making it real. There's the opportunity to do this in a balanced way, because fours speak to balanced, Emperor is for stability. There's a certain amount of cat cleaning herself going on over there. There's a purity that comes off this card. Where does the path lead? This is a destination. We're sort of all being drawn to this ultimately. When you enter the slipstream kind of, and it brings you forward. Blazing the trail, going home, going toward reunion. Nine of Cups. This will make you happy, both of you. We got this combination yesterday, I'm quite sure. This is a very combination. What are the odds? Well, it's sort of like against all odds, perhaps. Against, resistance, defensiveness, the denial you're beginning to extricate, or somebody is themselves from. The block that is being kind of blown away by the call to rebirth. Leave behind what you have to get there. Nourish and grow. Seven of coins, Six of coins. Both parties in order to get there. Okay, they're saying one more on Queen of Wands, please, and then we're done, please. Justice. Another sword energy card. You know, the Lovers didn't come out, but boy, a lot of the other ones did. The Star, Aquarian energy, Justice, Libra energy, Magician, and Ace of Swords. This is a card of balance, of the right decision. The balanced decision. The scales are, the scales of justice are balanced. Six of Pentacles, balanced. Everybody gets fed. It's fair, it's balanced. Justice, it's fair. It's the right decision. Two of Pentacles, decision. Yeah. It's like there's a clarity and an endorsement on the part of like the divine scales. Trust the direction to lead you home. Both of you will be happy. This is where you belong. Where you belong. Where you're guided to. I mean, I sort of keep saying the same thing because the cards keep saying the same thing. On the path. I love your readings, guys. I hope you love them too, and if you do like this. Like, share, subscribe. You know, it's sort of the fuel for the channel. We're going places. That message comes again and again. Renewed clarity, endorsement of the universe, all these new beginnings that bring us into balance. Here goes Rue. She's gonna watch this. She's gonna lie down right on top. I don't know if you guys are as amused by Rue as I am, but I think she's a hoot. You lying down? Let's let you settle. There we go. Yeah, she's down. Pause on the notes. And so happy. Here's to happiness. Let's go toward it.